Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to an all-new series here on the channel. This series here is going to be a Let's Play of Pokemon Alpha Sapphire. This is Gen 3, which many of you may know if you're looking at this the first time. This is not my favorite generation of Pokemon to play. I'm usually not a huge fan of this generation. But I do have to say, I am excited for, like, the remakes of it here on the 3DS. I am using an emulator. I always like to disclose that kind of stuff. But I do legally own copies of the game. Now, you'll see some freezing here in this first episode. It is something that I definitely work upon in future episodes to make sure that, like, a lot of that stuff is cut out. And I know the audio right at the beginning there was just a hair above the normal volume level that I usually have it at, but I think for the most part I have a lot of this figured out coming episode 2. I don't know about like the voiceover volume and things like that, but I think for the most part, you know, all of the little things that are gonna stick out as things that I want to fix, I have fixed up in episode 2. And yeah, I really wanted to get these out here. So you'll notice on the left and right hand side of the screen, of course I'm naming my guy Average Joe, and we're going through our traditional intro Pokemon stuff, so I have no problem just rambling on about stuff. I do want to get like some side stuff. Maybe that'll come episode 3-ish, where like I get like an outline of my team plus like today's objectives or something like that. I'm not sure if I'm going to spend the time to do that on this Let's Play series. If that's something you guys would be interested in seeing, please drop that down in the comments below, because, yeah, I think it's definitely worth spending the time to do it, but at the same point in time, you know, you don't want to spend a ton of time doing something that adds a little bit of value if that's not what's wanted, if that makes sense, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to over-invest in this series if it's going to be a series that is not one that is widely recepted, I guess is a good way to put it. But with that being said here, ladies and gentlemen, as always, you know what we're doing. Any guesses? Bueller. Any guesses we got? A soda pop. Of course we do. It's a whole new Let's Play. We gotta kick it off with the soda pop, boys and girls. And there we go. We are moving into our new house. Yes, Mom, thank you for inviting me to my new house. I did have to ride in the back of a truck. OSHA would be coming out here and not sharing some not kind things with you, Mom, if they knew what was going on here. Like I said, I think some of the... You're going to see some glitchiness here in this first episode, but I do think everything is resolved come episode 2. And this is actually a Let's Play that, like, I feel like I played through this generation enough. I don't love it a lot, that I'm going to, like, keep things to, like, trainer battles. You know, when we first see Pokemon, a little bit of battling in the grass, but, like, for the most part, straightforward. Keep it as cut and dry as we possibly can, just to get through this one, because, like I said, I know Gen 3 requires a ton, and I mean a ton, of grinding, and yeah, unless we need to kill an episode here or there, I really want to keep the grindiness down in this Let's Play series, so that way you guys can enjoy it. I also, like, even though I don't have, like, the side screens set up yet to display, like, information going on in the Let's Play series, I wanted to keep it full screen, just because in the past, like, I've changed the aspect ratio, and I know that's made it a little bit goofy. You know, maybe it's a little bit better visibly on phones and things like that, but as a whole, it just tends to look a little bit less professional. So I kind of want to avoid doing that. Here we go. We got a Snorlax plushie. That looked like fun. Where are we going? Let's go back. Let's take a nap with Snorlax. That's always fun. There we go. Talk to the mom. Let's see the house next door. It's where we're supposed to go. What do we got going on in here? I'm Average Joe, baby. Who do you think I am? Come on. Okay, yeah, just... I mean, invite a young lad up to your daughter's bedroom. I guess it's some... No, actually, if you saw outside, it was nighttime, so... This mom's got to get her priorities straight, I think. That's just my 2 cents. I mean, I come in, she's like... Look at that, she's surprised. She's like, oh my goodness. Like I'm Average Joe, lady. I am Average Joe. I didn't capitalize the J in my last name, though, when I made my name, so... That kind of stinks. We can become friends. No, that wasn't too silly of you, lady. We got it figured out. Hee hee. Okay, see you later, May. May's a cool character. I don't think I've shared this before, but Gen 3... So, I really grew up with Gen 2 Pokemon. Gen 1 was just right out of, like, my age range. I mean... One of the few memories I have as a young child is watching, like, Pokemon, the first movie with, like, Mew and Mewtwo introduced. So, like, I was right at the edge of, when Gen 1 came out. Like, Gen 2 was, like, my first introduction. You know, I played some Gen 1, I'm sure, on the Game Boy, but don't recall it too much. But Gen 2 was my jam growing up. And, Gen 3 was where I really got invested. And I want to say, like, I'd never been a huge fan of the anime. I still, to this day, I've watched it up until probably Gen 3, Gen 4. But, yeah, Gen 3, I think the biggest thing, right, was introducing May. I think May is, like, a really, really good character. And it's just very entertaining. But here we go. We have to save the professor, as always. As always in Gen 3. We have to pick our starters. Now, I'm going to be honest here. I'm going to pick Torchic, just because I picked Mudkip when I first ran through my Ruby version of this game, and there's a little glitch there for you, just a second or two. And you can hear it, like, the audio tries to catch up and things like that. Like I said, in the future, like, especially in the next episode, that gets a little bit more clean cut, and I'm sure in episodes moving forward it will be as well, but these introductory episodes, I always like to leave a little bit, I guess I would call it excess fat in them. But anyways, yeah, the whole premise of this is, like, if you go back and you watch my Ruby Let's Play, I wanted to do something significantly different, a completely different team entirely. So none of the classics, right? Like, no Mudkip, no Aggron, like, things like that. Like, I wanted to have a completely fresh team coming out here. And, I feel like in this Let's Play, we'll be able to do that. And I think, right, the perfect starting point is to choose Torchic. Because I think Trico isn't a bad choice, but I don't think Trico's, like, necessarily a great choice either. But I feel like Torchic is, it's a relatively safe choice. Mudkip is clearly the #1 contender here. Anybody who says otherwise, I don't know what you're talking about. But I think Torchic is a good second option. Sorry about that. But there we go. Obviously, we're getting to keep our Pokemon that we used. And, yeah, now we get to give it a nickname. And, drumroll please. I'm going to be naming all of the Pokemon here after... I guess I already gave it a nickname Jeez Louise, what am I doing, Average Joe? Yeah, I nicknamed it Fireball. I'm going to be nicknaming all of my Pokemon here in this series after soda pops that I enjoy. So, if Fireball is any indication, you can see where we're going with this one. Yeah, we will definitely have some good names coming up in the near future here. Of course, all named after soda pops that I love and that I think are like widely known. Like some of the soda pops I tend to have are craft soda pops, I would call them, and they would help narrow down the location of where I live, which I don't like to give away a lot of that information. And I'm moving, anyways. I think I've said that in other Let's Plays. I'm reaching the point where I'm about to move here. Hence why a lot of this stuff is being done ahead of time. But regardless of that, we had a quick cut there because I did some training. I want to get myself... I think the goal here for like the first time you go to Battle May, these are just the basic Pokemon introductions, but if I was to give anybody the goal for battling May, it's to be like her Pokemon is going to be level 5, but it's going to be, you know, we got the fire type here, so it's going to be the water type. If you chose the water type, going to be the grass type. If you chose the grass type, going to be the fire type. It's going to be your rival. And I think what you want to do is, like, if you're in a situation where you're going to go up against May here, right? She's going to have a level 5 Pokemon. She actually, for whatever reason, does a much better job than most rivals in this first battle. And as a whole, I mean, throughout all of Gen 3, May is actually a huge pain in the butt. She is such a good rival to go up against that, like, you really need to prepare. I would say if you're going to go up against May here, you at least want your Pokemon to be level 7. Ideally, I like to reach about level 8 or 9 for this fight, but 7's adequate, and I might go 7 in this case, just so that way I can get through it. I forget how much actual training I cut out there, but here's a Wild Poochyena. Let's see what Fireball's at here now. Okay, yeah, level 7. Yeah, like I said, that's about right. That's about where we want Fireball. That's going to become a very common humming throughout this Let's Play. It's going to be interesting with Fireball out there. Here we go. Let's go Battle May. I think, yeah, 7 should be enough. It's on the lower side. We're actually going to have to use some sort of strategy here to approach this fight, but I don't think it's going to be brutally bad either. Like, you know, it's one of those things that it's not going to be pleasant, but I feel like you can get it done at 7. If you want to get it done comfortably 100% of the time, 8 or 9 is right around where you want to be, but here we go, May. Savage Joe versus May. She's got a Mudkip, and we got Fireball, baby. Let's get it going. Fireball's in. I mean, look at him moving. He is moving and grooving, and you just can't stop him. What else do I have to say? He's a little moving and grooving chick man. I'm gonna work on the stats here a little bit. I am taking some damage. Maybe one more status move. Growl, lower the defenses just a bit more. You know, get him down just a little bit more. It's all you could really hope to do, honestly. Oh, give me one sec. My apologies there, ladies and gentlemen. Let's finish up Mudkip here. Use some Scratch. That's probably going to be the most beneficial. I think our Ember is going to do next to nothing against Mudkip. And luckily, we've already lowered the defenses, so I'm sure we'll do fine there. Fireball, leveled up. Good job, Fireball, buddy. Pretty good, thank you, May. Take that any day of the week. She's gonna heal us up after our fight. I think now they want us to head back down to the Pokemon Professor here. Another soda pop, baby. That's what it's all about. Get these soda pops out here. And we'll do, yeah, a quick one down here. Maybe not a cut, but we'll go down as quickly as we can to the Pokemon Professor. Get that out of the way, you know? So that way we could actually get on our journey, because I feel like a lot of times in these opening Pokemon areas, like, a lot of it is just getting to the journey, and it feels like it takes so much time to get there that, like, it could just become a headache, I guess is, like, the simplest way to put it. Oh my god, look at him. I know we've taken a look at him before, but this is the first time I'm getting a real good look at him. Man! You gotta put down the... I don't even know. That doesn't look like Twinkie weight. That looks like a good old rigatoni. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, he's a good professor nonetheless, but I mean, come on, man. At least, no, I don't even want to say at least. He was getting attacked by wild Pokemon. Like, in the first game, Oak was like the man. We knew what he was about day one. Get him. Right? In the second Pokemon game, he was exploring eggs, and he was all about nature, and maybe that's why he was. This guy was running from a Poochyena. A Poochyena. What kind of Pokemon Professor needs to run away from a Pokemon like that? And it's funny, you'll see, like, I run right into my house here, because I'm like, of course my mom is going to want to say some stuff before I go off and have the exploration of a lifetime, so I might as well go and visit her first. You know, sort of get that interaction out of the way. Hoping that we don't have to deal with that in the future, but guess what? After I talk to her and I leave, my mom's like, wait, Average Joe, I just had a conversation with you a minute ago, but I want to have another one. She's like, what the heck is even going on here? You know? Some of this Pokemon logic to me is... It blows my mind sometimes. But, whatever. It is what it is. Nope, Average Joe, I'm getting screamed at again by May. Okay, we got the Pokénav Plus. Something I'll likely never use in this Let's Play, so hopefully it's not required. If it is required, drop in the comments down below how to use it. Or a link to a YouTube video that explains how to use it. I'd greatly appreciate it. I haven't had to use it in episode 1, 2, or 3 yet, but I'm sure it may become something that we need to use. And as you can see, they have these Pokemon with the tail sticking out, like Pokemon that have special abilities and things like that we can catch if we sneak up on them. Unfortunately, as I'm emulating this and playing it on PC, that is like near impossible to do, right? Like, there's no way for me to inch forward on the left key. So, any opportunity at getting like special hidden moves or things like that, it's kind of gone. But, you know, it is what it is. But with that being said here, ladies and gentlemen, we are just going to be making our way through some trainers and things like that. If you enjoyed this episode, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. All that good stuff is greatly motivational for myself and continue to make videos just like this now and in the near future. Like I said, as of right now, we're going to be playing this series here. I believe this is coming out on, let me double check. I believe, geez, I don't even know, maybe the 18th. Does that sound about right? I don't know. But we got this series going on, and we definitely have another one. I know Super Mario Wonder just came to a close as well, so all those series are going to be, you know, kind of turning into new series moving forward. But, yeah, if you enjoyed this episode, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you all here in the next one. I'm going to go battle some trainers out this way. probably some stuff you don't really need to see, but until next time, peace out, Girl Scout, and we'll see y'all here in the next episode.